Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness appears May 2022. This is a sequel to Doctor Strange. Is this any good? Will you like it? Did I like it? Let's talk about that coming up next. With a title like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, this kind of hints that it's going to be a B movie or like an older bad science fiction fantasy movie. Although it looks sometimes like a B movie, but I don't think they wanted it to be. The CGI is a little iffy at times. This is the sequel to the original Doctor Strange in a Marvel universe starring Benedict Cumberbatch as the powerful wizard who can pretty much do anything he wants. And here he's jumping through universes. The multiverse idea within the Marvel universe is coming about, has been for the last few years, and now characters can just jump universes. We can have multiple versions of the same character. What kind of wonders and interesting things can the movie makers do with these possibilities?
You cannot control everything, Strange. You opened the doorway between universes. We don't know who or what will walk through it.
There's a plot here, although it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a girl named America Chavez who can jump through universes, only she can't control her powers to jump through universes. She meets Doctor Strange in the Marvel universe that we know, and he needs to protect her from the Scarlet Witch, who wants this girl named America. They keep saying America, and my mind keeps going, are you talking about the United States? They talk about this girl, though. The Scarlet Witch wants her because the Scarlet Witch wants a life with two young children who she keeps dreaming about. She wants a homemaker's life, a mother's life, even though she's a big bad witch who can do anything and change reality in any universe. She's got all kinds of powers, and yet she wants the homely life. So it's up to Doctor Strange to protect America, the girl, from the Scarlet Witch, and these characters just jump a bunch of universes with some pretty cool sequences or montages occasionally, although the movie pauses too often to do a lot of exposition, and it's not developing exposition. In fact, it doesn't even create the rules for the universes because, hey, you can keep making up new rules with new universes. So there's a lot of blabber in this script, unfortunately. Not enough hamminess from the acting, and not enough cheese. I do wish this movie were a lot worse, because I think that would make it a lot better, at least a lot more entertaining. I want to laugh at it. I want it to be unintentionally funny. Sometimes Cumberbatch and a couple other characters say some goofy or funny things, no doubt. There's a tiny bit of humor in here. There needs to be like more winking at the audience, though, because after all, the premise, the ideas, the title, it's all B-movie material. Also, in truth, the movie kind of requires you to know enough about the other Marvel movies in order to understand what's going on. I don't think it'll be easy for anybody just to jump into this movie not having watched a bunch of other Marvel movies. And in truth, I don't remember them very well. I don't remember the first Doctor Strange. I think this movie wants to assume that I've binged watched the Marvel movies recently. And what's going wrong in a sequel like this is it assumes that it's a serial movie that is a continuation of a story from the other Marvel movies. It needs to be more episodic and pander to or talk to people who are new to the movie franchise, plus who don't remember all of these other movies that you're supposed to keep track of. So I find it unfortunate this movie doesn't speak to a wider group of people and is more focused on the narrower group of people who know the Marvel lore really well. The movie has a couple of pretty interesting sequences, including, not a spoiler, Cumberbatch, the wizard Doctor Strange, meets up with another version of Doctor Strange in another universe. Kind of a fun battle, although I wish it had gone on longer because it had an interesting premise and ideas in it, and then it just sort of peters out after a couple of minutes. My last general problem with this movie is it is too dark for young children. It's got a PG-13 rating in the United States, which means really any kid can go in with parental guidance. But there's zombies resurrected in this movie. There's demons flying at you across the screen. There's blood on shields. There's scary witches. There's many deliberately scary moments. This is directed by Sam Raimi, who did the Evil Dead franchise. This movie actually harkens back to that a little bit. And I find that what you see in this movie is definitely not appropriate, I think, for most young children. All in all, I wish this movie had been a lot better, a lot more cinematic, artistic, complex, or a lot cheesier, more hammy acting. I think going in either direction would have made it more entertaining As it is, to me, it's not very memorable, although I like the fantasy ideas in this movie of powerful wizards jumping through universes, and some of the sequences in this movie are kind of neat, and I'm sure somebody out there, some young person's going to watch this and get a couple of great ideas and create a great new fantasy or science fiction series based on a couple of these ideas. I don't dismiss what's in the movie or some of the things in the movie, but I find this to be either not as great as it ought to be or not as terrible as it ought to be. For those reasons, I'm going to give it 2 stars. I'm not going to watch it again. What do you think about this movie? Do you like it? What do you think about the things I said? Let me know in the comments, and please subscribe to this channel for more great content. Thank you and have a great day. The idea that this movie is PG-13, rated by the MPAA, the Motion Picture Association of America, to me it's a total joke. The MPAA slaps an R rating on movies that have 3 F words, but there's nothing else in the movie. But this movie gets a lighter rating for all the demonic activity, the zombies, in-your-face zombies, and the gory stuff. This movie, technically, to the MPAA, is better than a movie like The King's Speech. They don't operate under any moral theory. They need to dissolve. They're a total joke and a waste of time. Do not pay attention to movie ratings. This is an old man rant, but movie ratings are a complete joke in the United States now.